Okay, come closer. Come closer. I want you to hold my hand when I say this. Nobody likes to pick me. Yes, of course, the people around you act like they like you and everything, but the thing is, they only like what you do for them. They only like the fact that you're going as far as to people please. They like the fact that you're a people pleaser and that you will do anything that they want you to do. They like the fact that you're accessible and that you're usable for them to do whatever they want to do with you. They're happy and they're okay with you being the person that you are right now because they know that the opinion that they have of you is something that you place at a higher regard than an opinion of your own about yourself. They know that you seek their validation, that you need their attention. So you know what? Of course they're going to use you, and of course they're going to do all of these things, and of course they're going to be fake, while you just try to fit in and make everybody love you. Honey, that is not the life that you're supposed to be living. Not in 2026, honey. The year just started. We don't need any more pick-me's, because you're going to go from a pick-me to the most confident version of yourself, who doesn't need the validation of other people, who can stand by their own, refuses to people please, and prioritizes herself over these people who constantly use you. Yes, these people that you think that are your friends and you think that you're so close with, they talk behind your back about the person that you are. Because as I said, no one likes a pick-me. You know, the craziest part about all of this is that you could be doing all of these things that are pick-me-like behavior without even realizing it. And in this video, honey, I am going to help you to self-reflect so that you do not become that person and so that you are no longer that person. Hello you guys, and welcome back to another video of mine. I am so excited to get into today's video because it is about pick-me's, right? So pick-me's are not my favorite people on earth, right? And the thing is, if you are a pick-me, it's fine, it's tough love, because I only want you to become a better version of yourself, to be more confident, so you can be a bad bee when you're walking around, and so that you don't let other people use you. Okay, it's all in the name of tough love. And let's get into the video. Okay, so chapter 1, we're going to be discussing pick-me behavior. These are things that you might be doing, but you probably haven't noticed it, and if you are doing it, it needs to come to an end. Okay, firstly, what I want to establish is that a pick-me is ultimately a people pleaser, just on a higher level. Okay, and honestly, I've said this before and I'll say it time and time again, and it might sound just a little bit insensitive, but I've just never understood the concept of someone willingly choosing to be a pick-me, because that translates to you wanting to be a doormat for everybody else. You want everybody to accept you, you want everybody to like you, to love you, when that is not possible. It is not possible for all the people in your life right now, or for just people in general in the world, to love you. It's never going to happen. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. So the thing about this is, the reason why I wanted to emphasize the whole people pleasing things is because people pleasers tend to say yes to things that they don't want to do. Pick-me's tend to do the same damn thing. And you know what? It only ruins you in the process, because you know what, when you say no to those plans that you don't want to go there, and you don't want to really do that, but the thing is, you don't want to upset the person and all of these things, and it's like, if you say no, you're gonna have to explain yourself, and that's what you don't want to do. The thing is, it's like, take a step back and actually look at this person as someone in your life right now, and just really and truly deep the fact that this is not the person that is meant to be in your life right now. Because if you said a simple no to a friend of yours about not going to this event and doing this thing and doing whatever, a real friend would be able to take that answer and not want you or need you to over explain yourself, because they should understand where you're coming from, right? Because sometimes there's not always a reason, you just don't want to do a certain thing. So now you're gonna make up this whole lie, all of these excuses, and you're gonna build on your story, and then it's just gonna be all of these lies and things, and it's like you're gonna be telling a different story to a different person, or you might mix up your lies. You see how complicated and hectic it gets? It's not worth all the fuss, honey, because doing this for the sake of approval, for the sake of praise, for the sake of validation is not going to get you anywhere. Now, having to prioritize somebody else's desire is going to affect your routine, your life, because the thing is, If you have scheduled out your day to be like, you wake up, you have to do this, you have to do an X amount of work, and you have to get in your rest in order to function the very next day, and you know that you can't go to that party at night because you have a busy day ahead of you, and you have this entire schedule, and you know that you're supposed to say no because it does not align with your routine. So the thing is, once you say yes to that party, and you know that you have a busy day ahead tomorrow, and you have done it for the sake of pleasing others so that you don't become this bad person who said no, then what? Like, you're tired, you don't have all the energy in the world to perform at your full potential the very next day, when all your energy is needed, when all because of a simple thing that you could have said no to in the beginning. So really and truly deep how things affect you before you want to prioritize other people's feelings. It comes to a point where sometimes you can't always consider somebody else's feelings. Number 2, this one. We have all had this one person in our lives, or even a couple of people in our lives, that person who fishes for compliments, who downplays themselves in order for them to get compliments, because them validating themselves and telling themselves that they're this beautiful person and that they are enough and all of these things is not enough. Them affirming themselves is not enough. They simply need this external validation from another person. And the thing is, sometimes they don't even want it or need it from like their friends or like close people that you would maybe think that they would. It's like any person on social media who just compliments them in any way, it just affects their whole mood. And it's like someone doesn't say anything to them and it's going to affect your entire day. Like, what? Someone else's opinion of you should not hold that much power over you to the point where it ruins your mood and your day. Honey, well, those are people that have too much power over you, and you are letting them have that power because you yourself are saying that your own opinion of yourself doesn't matter and that it's not good enough, and it's like, I don't trust myself and I don't value myself. Because constantly asking, do I honey, that's not the mentality that we're supposed to have. We're supposed to be relying on our own opinion of ourselves, because you know what? It screams and it reeks of insecurity, because a confident person will never be so reliant on somebody else's opinion, because they don't need it in order to feel good about themselves, because they know that in their hearts they are that bitch and they are that girl, and that's the mindset that you should have. Number 3 is when this is another one that I've seen way too many times. When a pick-me doesn't voice their own opinion because they're afraid that whatever they say that is sort of like them opposing another person's views or idea, or whatever the case is, then they're going to be disliked. Honey, there is nothing on this earth that matters more than having a mind of your own. It's called individuality, owning yourself and being yourself. Being that person who can just own being themselves and not caring what anybody else thinks, and knows that they don't have to follow and they don't have to fit into all of these societal norms and society's expectations in order for them to be this great person. They know that in their mind. So when you try to downplay yourself, when you try to shy away from your idea, from your opinion, and you hide in this turtle shell of yours because you simply cannot stand the thought of someone disagreeing with you or opposing you, or that your opinion could possibly not offend them, but it could just end up in you having 2 different views, is absolutely wild to me, because we have different perspectives, and our perspective and our mindset is shaped by our own unique experience. That person believes in what they believe because of their own values and beliefs. You, on the other hand, should operate the same. And the thing of constantly needing to be this person who agrees with everybody and basically kissing ass in terms of like everybody else's opinions and doing all of that for the sake of people loving you, girl. People are bound to have different opinions and views on things, and that's okay, and that's normal, and that's the way that it's supposed to be. Otherwise we'll all be the same, like, and that's not the point of it all. You do this because you come from a place of not wanting to be disliked because of your opinion. But a confident person, you know what, you have to think of it like, what would a confident person do? A person who doesn't care about everybody else liking it because of their opinion and how they look. What would a confident person do? Because it's definitely not what you're doing right now. Another thing, it's very minor, and maybe you may not always notice it, but it's when somebody constantly overshares. They will let out their own dirty laundry to different people so that everybody could know, and everybody's sort of like in their business, and then whatever the case is. But the thing is, that creates problems for you because not everybody's supposed to know everything about you. That's first, right? Second of all, in most cases, and especially in this context, people do it for the sake of approval because they're telling their experience and all of the things of their past that they have been unable to come to terms with, that they have been unable to heal and reflect on, that they simply cannot fill that void. So them not being able to comfort themselves and be that person who is a shoulder to cry on for themselves, they're looking for somebody else to be that shoulder for them to cry on, to accept them in their situation because they simply cannot accept themselves. And the thing is, you won't ever be able to heal, you won't be able to build up your emotional intelligence because, honey, there's no emotional resilience in the first place in sight because you haven't faced anything and you haven't come face to face with your trauma yet and all your issues and your past experiences. Those are deeply rooted in the problems and the issues that you have later on in life as an adult. Now on to the next chapter, what no one tells you. It's a very short chapter. First thing is what no one tells you about being a pick-me, because all of the people around you that know that you are a pick-me are being fake towards you right now. That's first. Second of all, what no one tells you is that being a pick-me takes away so much away from you as an individual. It literally cuts down your self-esteem and how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how much you value yourself. Like one day you wake up and you literally have no sense of self-worth because you have tried to just satisfy other people. Because honey, seeking validation from others, it will erode that confidence that you have. And the worst thing is that you don't want all your confidence to be stripped off because you will have to start from the bottom once again. What no one tells you is that your pick-me behavior goes unnoticed, okay? No one is gonna notice all your pick-me and all your people-pleasing tendencies. You know that that's the type of person that you are, but all your efforts in terms of wanting to please them and wanting them to like you for who you are is going to go wasted because they don't actually like you. They just like what you do for them and what you kind of like offer them. And that's why people always say that people pleasing gets you nowhere, because at the end of the day, not only do your efforts go unnoticed, but it's like you will come to that day when you realize and you have this question in your head and you're just gonna be sat all alone, no friends, no one around you, because those are not really your people. And you're gonna be like, was it really all worth it? And the answer is going to be no, because now you're not even surrounded by people that actually love you and enjoy being in your presence. Now, how do we escape this trap, okay? So this is where I take all of those pick-me behaviors that I was speaking about in the first chapter, and I have solutions for them. So the first thing you do, in the first chapter, we talked about saying yes to everything and constantly prioritizing other people's desires. Now we are going to say no when we feel like saying no. You're going to put yourself first. You're not going to be constantly compromising yourself, because first of all, you don't deserve that and you owe it to yourself to say no. Number two, instead of fishing for compliments from every person, from social media, from literally from everywhere, you're now going to be your own source of validation. Because trust me, once you become your own source of validation, no one else's opinion is going to matter to you. Because you know what? You know the truth about yourself and you know what you are about. The thing of you believing other people's opinions of you and being affected by that is because you kind of believe what they're saying about you. So when you have a solidified self-image and you know your worth and you're confident and you know yourself, you will know whatever that person is saying. They're calling you ugly, they're calling you all of these things. You will know that that's not factual because that's not you. In any case, even without all of that, your opinion of yourself should be held at a higher regard than their opinion of you. Number three, very short and simple, you're going to start living your life pretending that these leeches, pretending that these blood-sucking, these people that drain all your energy and strip you of your individuality and who you are, you're gonna start living life like they're not a part of your life. Because the thing is, sometimes you may operate in this mindset, this pick-me mindset, because you have all of these people around and you know that you have to keep up a certain image in order to satisfy them and do all of these things. But the truth is, you have to picture what your life would be like without them. That looks like a life of owning who you finally are, of finally being comfortable in your skin. Although it may take a while, because obviously you have been living through the lens of others for quite some time. It may feel odd at first, but trust me, you're not gonna regret it. And number 4, the very last one, you're going to get comfortable with being disliked. Because honey, not everybody can like you. You don't like everybody. Let's be so for real. We've heard this 10,000 times before, and the thing is, it needs to sink in through that thick skull of yours. Like, it's sometimes it's not a matter of like you've heard this before. It's like no matter how many times it's repeated and everything, and no matter how many people give you advice, unless you take this advice and let it sink into your head and apply it into your life, that's the only time when things are finally going to change. And you're going to have different beliefs and values and morals and opinions from other people. And that's okay. That's completely okay. You guys have come to the end of the video. I hope that you guys learned something. I hope you guys actually take away things from this video, because honey, living as a pygmy for the rest of your life, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my links will be in the description. Make sure to follow me on Spotify, give it a rating, and obviously a review. And yeah, I think that's it. Bye besties.